There once was a merc that went to war. The name of the mech was a hand of four. Ships dropped down, contracts went up. Brawlers, Clanamex brawl. Soon may the Clanamex come to bring us battle contracts and funds. One day when the fighting is done, we'll take our creds and go. She had not moved 2 clicks or more when down on her a madcap boy. Planner called but Shaw swore he'd take bondsmen in tow. Soon may the Clanamex come to bring us battle contracts and funds. One day when the fighting is done, we'll take our creds and go. Before the merc had hit the throttle, an elemental cramped up and caught her. Climbed the sad ground, pulled and fought her till she burned him off. Soon may the Clanamex come to bring us battle contracts and funds. One day when the fighting is done, we'll take our creds and go. No shot was held, missiles were freed. The Clanner's mind was not of green, as he belonged to the warrior's queen. He'd take a bondsman home. Soon may the Clanamex come to bring us battle contracts and funds. One day when the fighting is done, we'll take our creds and go. Solo! Soon may the Clanamex come to bring us battle contracts and funds. One day when the fighting is done, we'll take our creds and go. For 40 days or even more, the mercs went back and forth once more. All mechs were lost, there were only 4, but still that merc didn't go. Soon may the Clanamex come to bring us battle contracts and funds. One day when the fighting is done, we'll take our creds and go. Soon may the Clanamex come to bring us battle contracts and funds. One day when the fighting is done, we'll take our creds and go. Soon may the Clanamex come to bring us battle contracts and funds. One day when the fighting is done, we'll take our creds and go. As far as I've heard, the Charles still on, the pay's not cut, and the clan's not gone. The Clanner Lance makes his regular call to patrol the merc's last man. Soon may the Clanamex come to bring us battle contracts and funds. One day when the fighting is done, we'll take our creds and go. Soon may the Clanamex come to bring us battle contracts and funds. One day when the fighting is done, we'll take our creds and go.
Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to WBPL 76. I am Storm Song. I am joined here by Andy Van today. Our good friend Crispy is currently out on vacation. So, filling in, we're going to do some music. This will be a chill stream. Hey,
Hello.
Let's see. In chat, I am taking input as this is sort of a forgets and shiggles. I'm thinking today, though, because I've been going through, I'm trying to kind of, keep pace with Lady Red and all the shit she does for us. Well, not shit, she does amazing stuff, but you know what I mean. And I'm going to try to write some general opening themes that we can use for stuff. Now, I have written a rock theme for Helzakar's stuff. You'll be seeing that soon. And I've written one that's kind of a sci-fi opening theme that's so very Gundam-like, and that one's currently in the process of being mixed and mastered. I just have to get into the studio. Hey, Ballistic. Hey, Mr. No Talk. So today I'm going to do something a little more fantasy for, like, anybody playing a medieval game. Thing like that.
When I was at the Cracker Barrel, I saw a toy accordion, and I was very tempted. It had, like, on one side it had 2 buttons, like chord. One side it had 7 buttons for the notes, and on the other it had bass and chord.
Okay, so I already have a feeling. Yeah. Try to imagine, like, you with an accordion just running around tormenting people. Like an older version of Weird Al. Oh my god, Techie 95 of the Black Pants Legion is playing Helldivers.
No!
They're all laugh at us. Right, I'm writing in major key, not minor key. Need to make sure I'm not making that mistake. So for the audience's edification, major and minor key, some of you probably know what this all is about, but is the difference kind of between more bright or upbeat music versus kind of darker or heavier music. And they follow somewhat different chordal rules. Well, not just horror stuff. Like minor key would also be stuff like the Imperial March from Star Wars or the Jedi theme. So like, dun 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 dun. But yeah, definitely a lot. Well, horror music almost goes discordant a lot of times. But yeah, a lot of times it's in minor key. Suspenseful. Yeah, suspenseful might be a good way to put it. Let's see. Okay, we're just going to adjust this now to key I'm looking to do. Progression is roughly the same for the first bit. Yeah, that is a catchy song, annoyingly so. Okay, and then we'll transition to minor key from there. Oh, that's something I should work on at some point. Maybe Lady Red write a theme song for Shoal. So less medieval and more world map music. So other than we'll do the high up on this one. Okay, so we have a sort of motif going here. Before we go any further, I want to determine what instrumentation we'll actually be using now. Oh, right. We should always make sure we have a save going. All this. Always date it like this in order to make sure I can keep track of where I put it. Legion Project 5. Fantasy theme. Let's see what be. You know, we haven't opened labs in a while. So let's see what instrumentation I have available to. Violin might not be a bad choice. Let's see what I have. That's percussion. Let's go to. Oh. Actually, we'll start with that to begin with. That's an interesting take. So we are going to amplify that. You can do a lot with something that sounds like MIDI, but you have to come at it from the opinion that it is MIDI, not that you're disguising something. But no, I don't like that sound. That's not quite doing what I wanted. So let's go back. Drawing board, see what else we have. No. Not really in a pipe organ mode. No. Okay, no, you know what? I think actually we are going to instead take the suggestion from earlier. Take that. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna do that. Just gonna do a complete copy over for the upper line. Good call on the violin. Yeah, no, that is a difficulty with using sampled voices versus an actual orchestral, or not orchestral, or an actual choral choir or something like that, because unfortunately, we're always going to be able to tell a little bit. Little chops in between. So relative to F sharp, C sharp. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Pleased with that scent. Ooh, beef loy main. A goob. Hey, Rimward. Yes, Crispy is out of town on vacation, and so I'm just filling in, doing some music-y work. There we go. Yes, you will be extra crispy. Hmm. Should I think... Ooh. Lower pace just a little bit more. Hey, Dreamcaster. Hey, Frozen Hot Counts. Thank you. Let's see. I'm going to take a quick bio break, and then we are going to move on to the next part, because I think I know what happens. We're going to have a bit of a pickup here. BRB. Alright, see you later, Frozen Hawkons. Alright, let us continue. You still there, Andy? Andy may have fallen asleep.
I'm not old, you're old.
Oh my god, he's alive!
A hum of the ancients as the camera flies overhead and a bird flutters through the air.
Yeah.
This follows the bird to a castle.
So this next part is a hurdy-gurdy synth. For those that don't know the hurdy-gurdy, it's an instrument of instrumentiness. Not that instrument.
Sorry.
We're gonna go with 8.
The airbag?
Wait, what'd you say?
Is that a bagpipes?
No, it's a hurdy-gurdy. Bagpipes will come into this.
I just get the impression that that should be at a much higher, like. Forgive me, but for like, don't like.
Don't worry, there'll be a high instrument. We're just... What were you saying, though? Sorry, I realized I interrupted you.
Actually, you know what? I think a good, like opening to Xena, Warrior Princess. I think it was Xena, or was it Hercules with Kevin Sorbo? Which we enjoyed watching back in the day, you know. Kevin Sorbo! I like Kevin Sorbo's Hercules, and I like Xena's Xena.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly where this is going. There's another toy I like getting to use that I rarely get to use.
Where does he get such wonderful toys?
Well, this comes from crap, what is it called? Not Searchlight Audio. Crap. Well, what's it called? I can't remember the company's name, but this is called Labs, and this is where a bunch of artists release their various things that they've done. So normally that wouldn't sound good if you were to try to use that as a main instrument. However... One second, ladies and gentlemen, I appear to have encountered a weird error. Okay, there we go. So that movement feels right, but it doesn't line up correctly. So instead we are going to now alter... We're actually going to start altering the course of the rest of this now. So we're actually going to raise the duplicate. Because there may be an advancement.
like how it not drop, but how it kind of arcs down slowly, like that.
Yeah,
It transitions.
elusive descent, I believe, is the appropriate term.
Like I would fucking know, Storm. You said illicit descent, and I'm just thinking about Whacker when he stares off into space.
It's a Mo.
hard to have a discussion when I'm like when we're not. I'm not trying to say this in a negative way. It's just like I feel like saying anything or having a discussion would interrupt you in your work, which is I value too much when I'm listening to you do this.
Oh well, thank you. Like I honestly don't mind. Talking or not talking. That's why I wrote down chill, because I know that I kind of get into the zone when I start doing these.
Because like I really hate to do the bestow what is it, stream tax? I think if that's the term.
I'm not sure I'm familiar.
It's okay. Normally you're good at it, but if you have to concentrate on entertaining your guest or something like that,
oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it takes away from it. That term, I think I remember being coined from Game Grumps, if I remember. They called it stream tax or. I like this part. It makes me envision like an adventure walking through a dark forest.
Yeah.
A dark, spooky. Okay, maybe not spooky, but dark like.
Mysterious, perhaps.
Dark like the big bad wolf may live here.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna listen to it from the top, and then I'll figure out where I want it to go next. SRW says it feels like it goes from a pirate dirge to Tristram. I miss the album. Okay, so I'm going to look up something here real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still here, but I want to look up a specific style of chord progression, because I know where I want this to go.
Sometimes I get into a little bit of you know how you can always appreciate a good villain, or at least a good antagonist.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been a long time, and I know this is going to sound weird, but DreamWorks' death from Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots, yeah.
It, if you think about his motivation and all, it's almost chef's kiss.
I can't remember what his motivation was. No, I don't think I've seen that movie. I've just seen the memes.
He is supposed to be. Well, the one thing I hate about it is when he says, "I'm death," straight up. I'm like, oh God, you just oh. But he is the personification of death, and Puss in Boots, one of his lines is, "I laugh in the face of death," and he's used up all 9 of his lives And in the opinion of death, he's done so frivolous hair. So not only does he have 9 lives, not only does he not seem to value his past lives, it's just, really, he's not quite happy how Puss is spin, laughing in the face of death, not taking it seriously as one should, especially when there are many out there that don't have 9 lives to.
Yeah, that actually
So
is
in my
it's a pretty sensible motivation, actually.
and in my opinion, I don't think he's actually out there to kill Boots, even though he really makes it out to be. I think he's trying to teach him a lesson. And as for some people saying, why a wolf? Well, he's the ultimate big bad wolf. If you think about it, the big bad wolf might have been one of the original boogeymen, if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, fierce predators and the like.
Something unseen that lurks in the darkness of the woods that could strike and take your life at any moment. Also, okay, Mo, I hope everything goes well for you and is going well for you. Things like you've been pretty busy of late.
Yep.
Going for a bit of a gallop.
Yeah, going a little flamenco now.
I thought it had a bit of a Hispanic to it.
Yes. For those that are not in the know, flamenco refers to the style of guitar playing that emerged among the Spanish and Basque peoples, which also resulted in it taking on something of a tone from the Roma peoples. This is why you hear it a lot in stuff involving what you might traditionally think of as like gypsy music, but also a lot of Spanish guitar type stuff. What would that be, Mo? Yes, guitar is especially difficult to. I want the sound a smidge higher. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so let's listen to that. Cicero. Sorry about slow responses, chat. I'm in the zone. We're reaching the end of my creative juice right now, so I'm just going to give it one last listen through, and then we'll work on this some more another day. Okay, so that's what we have thus far. Actually, it's probably most of the song, so we're probably coming up with a closer after that. But I believe I am done for today.
Yay, everybody give a round of applause to the music man himself, Storm Song.
Aw, thank you. Well, ladies and germs, I hope you enjoy, well, the rest of your day. I believe we have Cookie coming up here soon, so stay tuned for that. And hopefully we will be seeing Crispy back here next week. And thank you guys all for watching. You know, it goes without saying that, honestly, like, we make all the jokes about, you know, we value your time more than you do, clearly, but, like, honestly, we are thankful that you come to watch this stuff, because, like, many of us put our heart and soul into this kind of stuff, and it's nice to have people to share that with and support it, and it's very humbling. So thank you all again. Yeah. Thank you all again very much so, and I hope you all have a good day. Be good to each other. Stay safe. Anything else, Andy?
You're one step closer to paying us.
Indeed. Alrighty. Well, you all have yourselves a good one, and don't explode.
Wait, what? No!
Ah! Hamster bacon is the best bacon!